And at number 10, Christian Bale. Christian Bale is known for his intense dedication to his roles, and he's been known to physically transform many times to support his performances, the most notable of which saw him lose 62 pounds in 4 months for his role in The Machinist. When he got the part of Patrick Bateman in American Psycho, he decided to get plastic surgery to look perfect. Although he liked the look of them, Bale felt that his teeth were not right for the character, so he had them changed before filming. He told The Guardian in 2000, quote, "I liked my old teeth, I have a molding of them on my shelf, but with Patrick Bateman, his physicality is much more important than with most characters. I looked at myself in the mirror and it just wasn't right. I was warned that if I got caps I could get a lisp, and you might still be able to tell in a close-up. So I thought, I like my teeth, but I'm not so attached to them that I'm going to ruin this whole movie because I refuse to get them done." So even though there was no actual reason to do so, Bale got the painful process of getting his teeth redone. And at number 9, Tom Cruise. Tom Cruise shocked fans recently when he stepped out looking more puffy than ever, but after a close investigation, it's clear that there have been subtle changes in Cruise's appearance for years now. It's long been rumored that he had a nose job early in his career, but in 2012 he told Playboy, quote, "I haven't and never would." Although his good friend, Cuba Gooding Jr., put some cracks in that statement when he later insisted that Tom Cruise absolutely had work done. Cuba told a US TV show, quote, "I don't know what he's had done, but I remember I surprised him at his house one day and he had all of those dots all over his face. These dots are common for facial procedures so doctors can map out what exactly they want to do to the face. However, there is a chance that he had a consultation done, but never went through with the work." Then more recently at a baseball game, his face looked very full and puffy. Since it didn't look like he gained weight in an appearance later that month, it's clear he got some sort of Botox and filler. And at number 8, Howard Stern. Even though Howard Stern's voice is his main asset, he still decided to go under the knife to improve his looks. In the 90s, he felt he was the king of all media, not just radio, and felt he should invest in himself by amping up his appearance. He chose to invest in himself, undergoing a rhinoplasty to remove the bump on his nose, and liposuction to diminish the fat under his chin. He's only admitted to those 2 procedures, but it's been rumored that he's had much more done, maybe even a facelift. Either way, he looks great for his age, so whatever he's done has worked. And at number 7, Gene Simmons. Gene Simmons has been rocking with the band Kiss for decades, and obviously that kind of lifestyle is bound to take a toll on the body. Simmons claimed to have never gotten drunk or high in his career, and so he's actually in better shape than most. But as he got older, he decided it was time to change things up, and thankfully he has shared the work he's had done with the public. In 2007, he and partner Shannon Tweed openly got his and hers facelifts. It's also been reported that he's gotten Botox and even eyelid surgery, which is another common anti-aging procedure. Although he's gotten some work done, Simmons says he does not recommend any of his fans to get work done. He said, quote, "I don't recommend anything that I've had done to anyone. Just because I order something off the menu doesn't mean you should. Order whatever makes you happy. Everybody's journey should be a personal choice." And at number 6, Sylvester Stallone. Sylvester Stallone is one of those celebrities that have been frozen in time. No matter how many years passes, he still looks as good as ever. Despite recently turning 75, he truly does not look a day over 50. Because of this, many fans assume he's had some subtle work done, and they would be right. But probably not the type of work that you might expect. Stallone was born with a health condition that destroyed the nerves on the left side of his face. To fix these, he went under the knife many times to make his face symmetrical, but the surgeries were never able to fix it entirely, and he was known to be photographed on his right side so it was less noticeable. As he got older, the issue came back, and he tried to fix it once again with a facelift. Stallone spoke about his surgery to People, saying, quote, "People see this scar and think I've had a facelift. What they don't notice is that I don't have a scar over here by my right ear. What do they think? That I could only afford to do half of my face? Sure, why not do it? You have bodywork done on your car." Although he's owned up to the facelift, fans speculated that he must have had more work done to look so good. Halfway at number 5, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. This one was definitely the most shocking to me, although I guess it's safe to assume the world's highest paid actor would spruce up his looks if he felt he needed to. Although Johnson has not gotten the traditional procedures of Botox or a nose job, or at least he isn't admitting to getting those, since The Rock trained so much, he's put in a ton of work to get his rock-hard physique. He encountered a common issue called gynecomastia. It is a condition that results in the enlargement of the male chest through fatty deposits. So basically he developed man boobs. Since that was not the most appealing thing on screen, The Rock decided to have gynecomastia reduction surgery, which removed the excess fat from his breasts. Johnson was totally open and upfront about the surgery and his aesthetic motivations. And at number 4, Gordon Ramsay. Gordon Ramsay is known for his famous scowl, which I guess adds quite a few wrinkles to the celebrity chef's face. After years of being pressured to make a change in his appearance, he finally went through with it and got some work done. Apparently his good friend Simon Cowell encouraged it, but his kids making fun of his wrinkles was the last straw. When talking about the procedure, he said, quote, "I've got 4 children and they'd say, 'Dad, why do you have so many wrinkles on your face when Clementine's daddy has no wrinkles?' Then another time he said, quote, 'I woke up in the morning and Matilda, my daughter, was trying to squeeze pound coins in there.'" Poor man. In the end, he opted for laser surgery rather than Botox. However, he's since been suspected of getting everything from facelifts to hair transplants. He later stated he was never getting another procedure again. His kid was putting coins in his face. And at number 3, MGK hair transplant. This one is a little known procedure, but it made a huge difference in MGK's appearance. Back in the day, Coulson used to speak about his thin hair, and he consulted with his hairstylist to come up with ways that he could make his hair look thicker. Apparently, the stylist told him the best thing was to get a hair transplant. We aren't sure when exactly the change took place, but looking back on his old photos versus now, there's a massive difference. Before, his hair was a lot thinner and his hairline was farther back on his forehead. It looks like he underwent a hair transplant procedure where a plastic surgeon took hair from another part of the body and put it on his head. This process can take 3 to 10 sessions, which must be done months apart, according to Healthline. Each session costs from $4,000 to $15,000. And at number 2, Jeff Bezos. Since becoming the richest man in the world, Jeff Bezos has clearly taken more of an interest in his looks, and it's clear that he's gotten some work done. Shortly before he went to space with his crew, it was clear he had recently made a big change for the day. Dr. Corey L. Hartman, a dermatologist in Alabama, told the Daily Beast, quote, "It's such a drastic change." To poke fun at the change, Hartman posted to Instagram saying, quote, "We see you, Jeff. Next time get the filler a month earlier so that the swelling has time to die down. Keeps people like me out of your business." In general, his face looks more plump and even more swollen. The most noticeable change is his smoother skin and plumper lips. It's been speculated that he got Botox in his forehead, potentially a small facelift, or filler in his cheeks, then filler in his lips. And finally, number 1, Elon Musk. Doctors are convinced that the billionaire Tesla owner got a hair transplant at some point in his career. When we look back at old photos of him when he was in his 20s, it's clear that his hair was thinning a lot, and he was even balding on a large portion of his head. Now it's completely the opposite, and his hair is very thick. Since it is impossible for hair to grow back after falling out, doctors are certain that he got the hair transplant. Hair loss can be delayed or prevented with the use of special or proper treatment, but hair cannot regrow without an operation. Since he's become a more prominent figure in mainstream media, it makes sense that he would want to look his best and portray an image of being younger than he actually is. And at number 10, Steven Tyler. Steven Tyler did not intend on going under the knife when he did, but once he needed to get some procedures done, he thought he would kill 2 birds with 1 stone. After he fell in the shower while in Paraguay in 2011, he needed plastic surgery done to fix the damage. But since he needed reconstruction anyways, he felt it was the perfect time to fix some insecurities. He told Today that he went into the hospital and, quote, "They stitched up my eye, they did a little plastic surgery, and they fixed my tooth all in one fell swoop." And at number 9, Ashton Kutcher. Ashton Kutcher has been in the industry for a long time, and since he started acting and modeling, it's been rumored that he underwent a nose job before he got famous. Apparently, before getting his breakout role on That 70s Show, the actor's team thought his nose was too large, and it hurt his chances of getting roles. Reportedly, because of this, he changed the size and shape of his nose. According to 100 Plastic Surgery, Kutcher reportedly got 2 surgical treatments. First when he was in high school, the second one later on when he was pursuing a modeling career. Another rumor has swirled that he's also gotten jaw implants. When comparing Ashton to his brother Michael, there is a noticeable difference in their jaws, leading some to believe he's either gotten fillers or implants to make his jaw more pronounced. And at number 8, Robert Pattinson. Robert Pattinson was once voted the most handsome man in the world, based on a metric that measures lengths of key facial features like the nose and lips. However, it's widely believed that he is not all natural. The Twilight star apparently had a rhinoplasty to adjust the bridge and tip of his nose before going on screen. It was reported that back when he was modeling, he stopped getting callbacks and blamed it on his nose. Pattinson has not confirmed this, but it doesn't stop anyone from speculating. It was also reported that he got liposuction. During the filming of Twilight, it was rumored that he wasn't as fit as he was supposed to be, so he got liposuction to look his best on camera. Then makeup artists would paint on a six-pack. He's also been accused of getting jaw implants because he is known for having a very pronounced jaw. And at number 7, Ryan Gosling. This hunk who stole the hearts of women in the movie The Notebook is another that's been accused of getting a nose job. Beauty blogger Michelle Villett has accused Gosling of having gone under the knife to straighten, thin, and refine his nose early in his career. Villett said, quote, Do you think his nose is a little thinner, shorter, straighter, and less projecting now? She compared photos of him during his Mickey Mouse days in the 90s to current photos of him from the 2000s, and she noticed a huge difference, adding, quote, "The bridge looks straighter, so it's possible that he may have already had work done by this point, or he had repeat nose jobs." A plastic surgeon agreed. When giving their 2 cents, the plastic surgeon said, quote, "In Ryan's case, his nose at the beginning of his career is significantly wider at the bridge and has a prominent hump. Fast forward 10 years and both of these features appear altered." And at number 6, Brad Pitt. Brad Pitt is one of the best looking men in Hollywood, and he got a small procedure that dramatically changed the shape of his face. It's been reported that when he was young, Pitt got a otoplasty, which is work on the ears. In his case, Pitt pinned his ears back to stop them from sticking out. If you compare photos of him then to now, it's clear that there has been a huge change with his ears. The change is pretty subtle and you might not have noticed if you weren't looking, but it's clear there has been some change. Also, when he was younger, Pitt always had longer hair that covered his ears, but after the procedure, he opted for a short-haired, spiky look that was trendy at the time. Halfway number 5, Zac Efron. Zac Efron also has been rumored to have underwent a nose job at the beginning of his career. He also had some work done to fix a gap tooth that he had while he was younger. This is one that's impossible to deny because the photo evidence just speaks for itself. As Efron got older and needed to look older to get more serious roles, he decided to not only hit the gym and become buff to lose his baby face, he also removed this gap. More recently, after Zac appeared on a Facebook Watch event for Bill Nye's Earth Day musical, the internet was set ablaze with rumors that he had gotten more cosmetic surgery to change his face. The lower half of the actor's face looked much more prominent, including his jaw and lips, which both looked to be fuller. Many Twitter users speculated that Efron may have gotten cosmetic surgery, like bad Botox or fillers. One TikTok doctor even thought that Efron could have recently got his wisdom teeth removed. Zac has not commented on the situation, but one of his best friends spoke out and denied rumors of the plastic surgery. And at number 4, Michael Douglas. Since he is married to Catherine Zeta-Jones, who is significantly younger than him, it's not a stretch to think that Douglas would have had some work done to look younger. According to the Daily Mail, it was reported that Douglas had Botox and a face augmentation or facelift in 2003 before the birth of his daughter. In 2005, these rumors surfaced once again when photos of the couple arriving in Barbados went viral because you could clearly see scars on both sides of his face, a telltale sign of a facelift. According to the Inquisitor, Douglas's publicist said in a statement that the cuts were due to the removal of a non-cancerous lesion rather than the result of plastic surgery. Catherine Zeta-Jones has stated that she supports getting plastic surgery, so the door is open to believe that her or her husband might have received some enhancements. And at number 3, Josh Hutcherson. Josh Hutcherson got a nose job in 2012, and this one is not speculation because he tweeted out confirming that he got the work done. After going under the knife to fix a deviated septum, he tweeted, quote, "Just had surgery to fix my broken nose. Recovery sucks. Thank God for a marathon on Lifetime. Hashtag the client list." He was seen out in bandages days after the surgery, but revealed his new look after being okayed by his doctor. Hutcherson was quite swollen following the procedure but looked to be in good spirits. Josh initially told his Twitter followers that he had the procedure to treat a broken nose, but later told TMZ that he went under the knife to fix a deviated septum, adding that his right nostril was 90% blocked and he had to get it fixed so he could breathe properly. Since it doesn't appear that his nose looks any different, it doesn't look like he got any cosmetic work done while he was getting the septoplasty. And at number 2, Mickey Rourke. Mickey Rourke is not a surprise to be on this list because he's been very open about his botched plastic surgery. Back in the day, he was a very successful actor, but after multiple botched surgeries, his career took a hit. In the early 90s, Rourke decided to take a break from his acting career and pursue a boxing career. He was a good fighter and won a lot of his matches, but his face paid the real price. After facial damage from the boxing, he underwent multiple surgeries to look how he had before. However, the botched surgeries temporarily hurt his acting prospects. He told the Daily Mail about the surgeries, quote, "Most of it was to mend the mess of my face because of the boxing, but I went to the wrong guy to put my face back together," saying that he broke his nose twice and had 5 surgeries to repair it, along with a smashed cheekbone. After correcting a lot of botched surgeries, Rourke's career is beginning to pick up once again, but he isn't done going under the knife. In October of 2017, he revealed on Instagram that he underwent yet another nose job to correct prior work, writing, quote, "Now I am pretty again." And finally, number 1, Enrique Iglesias. Enrique Iglesias decided to get a small change that dramatically changed his appearance. In 2003, he decided to get a mole from his face removed. At this point, he was already very famous, and the mole was well known by fans, but he decided to get it done after learning how easy the procedure was. He told Entertainment Weekly, quote, "I went to the doctor one day and he said I could have it removed in 5 minutes. I thought about it and asked, what are the consequences if I do it or if I don't? I don't really care. But the doctor told me at the time that the mole could cause cancer, so I thought, okay, go ahead, take it." Over time, he also has not showed any signs of aging, so it's rumored that he's had treatments like Botox and filler to mitigate these signs of aging.